In a fiery broadside against the growing influence of BRICS nations, President Donald Trump has declared economic war on any country that dares challenge the supremacy of the US dollar. Trump, known for his aggressive trade policies and nationalist rhetoric, warned that BRICS member states would face a staggering 150% tariff if they continued their efforts to create an alternative global currency. In a statement that sent shockwaves through international markets, Trump insisted that BRICS had broken up under the weight of his economic threats. Here's what he said at a political rally.
About BRICS, you know, the BRICS states, there are like 6 of them, and they were trying to destroy our dollar. They were going to say, you know, they wanted to create a new currency. They probably wanted to use the yuan. China, they wanted to use the yuan. And Biden said, well, this is a tough situation. There's not much we can do about that. We can't help that. I said, oh, we can help it. So when I came in, the first thing I said is any BRIC state that even mentions the destruction of the dollar will be charged a 150% tariff. And we don't want your goods. We don't want to partake. And the BRIC states just broke up. I don't know what the hell happened to them. We haven't heard from the BRIC states lately. But he said that there wasn't much we could do about it. There was a lot. It took once, literally. They said, sir, what about the BRIC states? They're going to take over the dollar, the sanctity of the dollar. They're going to create a new currency to rule the world. I said, no, they're not. They said, yes, they are, sir. They said it. I said, no, they're not. Tell them 150% tariff, plus we're not going to do business with them. And that includes China. We've launched the largest deregulation campaign in our country's history. For every one new regulation, I've directed that 10 old regulations must be eliminated. And I will say, in my first term, we did more deregulation than any president in history by far, not even close, with Republicans in Congress.
Before we delve deeper, first some historical context. The US dollar has long been the world's dominant reserve currency, a status solidified after World War II with the Bretton Woods system, which pegged major currencies to the dollar. Its widespread use in global trade, finance, and as a store of value has given the U.S. significant economic influence. However, in recent years, efforts to de-dollarize have gained momentum, with countries like China, Russia, and members of BRICS pushing for alternative payment systems, bilateral trade in local currencies, and even the creation of new reserve assets to reduce reliance on the greenback. While the dollar remains dominant, shifting geopolitical dynamics and economic pressures are gradually challenging its supremacy. The BRICS coalition, which consists of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran, and the UAE, has long been viewed as a counterweight to Western economic dominance. Their push for de-dollarization has intensified in recent years, with several countries working to establish trade settlements in their own national currencies. At the 15th BRICS Summit in 2023, Russian President Vladimir Putin championed the initiative, urging nations to strengthen financial independence from the dollar. By 2024, this vision had taken concrete shape, with BRICS foreign ministers reaffirming their commitment to reducing reliance on the dollar in Nizhny Novgorod, Russia. Trump, however, is determined to halt this movement. In another warning on February 13, he stated that BRICS nations could face a 100% tariff if they attempted to undermine the dollar. Posting on his platform Truth Social, he insisted that any effort to move away from the dollar was over. He emphasized that the U.S. would no longer tolerate what he described as seemingly hostile actions by BRICS members, asserting that these countries would be required to commit to neither creating a new BRICS currency nor supporting any alternative to replace the U.S. dollar. Failure to comply, he warned, would result in 100% tariffs and the loss of access to the U.S. market. Escalating his stance further, Trump dismissed the idea that BRICS could establish a credible alternative to the dollar. He argued that BRICS nations would have to seek another economic partner, asserting that there was no possibility of them replacing the dollar in international trade or any other sector. Any country attempting to do so, he warned, should prepare for tariffs and strain relations with the U.S. His remarks echoed previous statements in which he cautioned BRICS against advancing a de-dollarization agenda. Referring to past discussions in the Oval Office, he reportedly told reporters that BRICS had attempted to undermine the U.S. warning that such actions would have serious consequences. But what do Trump's threats really mean for the global economy? From an American perspective, the strategy is clear. Maintaining the dollar's dominance ensures the United States retains its economic leverage. The dollar's role as the world's reserve currency allows the U.S. to control global financial flows, impose powerful sanctions, and dictate the terms of international trade. By strong-arming BRICS with tariffs, Trump is effectively discouraging other nations from aligning themselves with an alternative financial system. A successful pushback against de-dollarization would reinforce America's economic hegemony and maintain its geopolitical influence for years to come. For BRICS nations, however, Trump's threats may do more than just provoke fear. They could embolden their resolve. Countries like Russia and China have already sought to weaken U.S. financial dominance by increasing trade in yuan and rubles, and Trump's hostility might push them to accelerate these efforts. If BRICS nations collectively refuse to bow to U.S. pressure, the global economy could witness a dramatic realignment, one that sees emerging markets forging new economic alliances outside of Washington's reach. So, will Trump's economic saber-rattling crush BRICS' ambitions, or will it be the final push that forces a new world order? Only time will tell. Your perspective matters. Who do you think will come out on top in this currency battle? Trump or the BRICS countries? Share your thoughts and insights in the comments section below. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our current affairs channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our informative future videos.